This channel is a group of investigative journalists who make educational documentaries showcasing and educating society, especially parents and legal guardians, about potential scenarios that result from young people and adults conversating online if left unchecked. We conduct thorough interviews with consenting adults in an attempt to understand their perspective on why they partake in these conversations online with people that are not of age. The goal of the interviews in these videos and the videos themselves is to gain an understanding of the perspective of the individual being interviewed, so parents and the rest of society can be educated and aware of potential thought processes and desires of adults online to unsupervised persons not of age. These videos are not to cyberbully, harass, degrade, accuse, or threaten any individuals partaking in the interview process or in the video itself. We do not condone any of these actions. These videos are strictly educational, and we grant full permission for academia, which is any classroom setting or in scholarly papers, to show or cite our videos. To ensure that these videos are strictly used for educational purposes, we strictly adhere to YouTube's community guidelines, such as not revealing someone's personally identifiable information, in other words, PII. YouTube defines personally identifiable information as their home address, email addresses, signing credentials, phone numbers, passport number, medical records, or bank account information. We thoroughly look at and edit our videos to ensure that none of this information about any individual is shown in our videos. To ensure extra privacy for each person that is a subject of an interview in any of our videos, as of September 1st, 2022, to thoroughly comply with YouTube's harassment and bullying policy, there will be no mention or information about the last name or first name of any person interviewed in our videos. Due to potentially illegal activities discussed in our videos, law enforcement in the respective jurisdiction we conduct these interviews in is notified of each interview and video filmed by us. We are not accusing any individual interviewed of being guilty or committing a crime. That is the job of law enforcement. We are not vigilantes, and we do not condone vigilantism or vigilante behavior, such as taking the law into your own hand or not notifying law enforcement when a suspected crime takes place. We are investigative journalists. Trigger warning. Some of what can be discussed in these videos can be sensitive to some, emotional, or stressful. The only goal of these videos is to educate the public. At the end of each video, as of September 1st, 2022, there will be an educational portion at the end to discuss what was talked about in the video and to discuss what people can take from that video and learn from and tell others about. Our goal here is to bring awareness and educate the public. Now the video will start.
Resist, make it.
Hello, I'm looking for Robert. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. How are you? How you doing, Robert? Just I got something we need to talk about in private. I don't know, you know, if she's okay with us being in private. I'm for your, you know, you want to come on out here if you don't mind. I don't want her to hear it if you don't want her to hear it. You know what I mean? I'm here to talk to you about some conversations you've been having with some people online. People online, you know what I'm talking about? Ring a bell now?
My phone got hacked.
Your phone got hacked? Really?
Yes.
Okay. Well, let me tell you something, buddy. Let me go ahead and explain to you who I am and what I do. That way you understand, okay? We work with a group called Youth Protectors, okay? And I'm not the cops. I am recording, but that's for safety reasons. You know what I mean? I don't want you to attack me. I'm not here to hurt you or attack you. I'm not here to get you in trouble either, okay? All right, I'm here to try to help you a little bit, okay? Like I said, I could have taken all this stuff and done something else with it. I chose not to do that, okay? So, you know, I mean, I'm doing you a solid, okay?
My phone got hacked.
Yeah, well, here's the problem with that, though, is that, you know, you've sent actual pictures to this girl, and the reason why I'm going to dismiss the whole hack thing is because, you know, your phone has basically an IP address, just like any computer, which is an address, just like an address on the side of a house. And when it's being used in conversations, it has it has that address that we can find. So, and it comes right back to you, okay? So I get it. It's not a comfortable situation. You know, if I was you, I'd be like, no, my phone got hacked and try to deny. But I know otherwise, obviously, okay? So let's just go past that, okay? Let's just be honest, okay? And like I said, I've gone through great measures to make sure that I'm protecting your, you know, your rights here as far as being, you know, secretive about it, okay? I could have taken to some, you know, giving it over and, you know, but I don't think you need trouble, okay? Does that sound fair? Maybe, you know, I'll maybe see if we can get you some help rather than trouble. Does that sound good? Okay, all right. So, that being said, our group, what we like to do is we like to just have a conversation about it. We just kind of want to get a feel for how the conversation started, how you guys, you know, basically kind of how it came to be. So basically her parents reached out to us, okay? They didn't want to get the police involved, okay? They didn't want it, you know, she's obviously, you know that, right? Do you know how old she said she told you she was? Do you remember that?
She said 21.
21, okay. So, like I said, I don't want to embarrass you. That's not my intentions, man, okay? I'm not here to judge you, okay? But, you know that that's not true, right? Okay. So this is the very first one here, okay? I'm Robert. Nice to meet you. How about you, okay? You're 34, okay? So let's just be honest, because that's the only way I'm going to help you, bro. I mean, if you can't be honest with me, I can't help you. I mean, I'm just be honest. It's not just me here. It's not just my decision. I do have the final decision when we're done here, okay? And I'm really, where I'm hoping the decision is going to be is to just be like, hey guys, we had to talk, you know, he was honest with me, you know, he was forthright with me, and, you know, I think that we can get him some help. You know, if I tell him like, hey, look, he just denied it all, you know, he's not wanting to, you know, take accountability, so therefore I don't think he's going to accept any kind of help, and then they're going to choose to do something else with it, you know what I mean? And I personally don't want to do that. I've really pushed really hard for my group to try this angle, you know, because I don't believe that trouble always helps people in your situation. You understand that? Okay, so we've kind of started this new chapter of our group to reach out and try to help people, and the only way we can do it is if we get full honesty. Okay, does that make sense? Yeah. Okay, so you know, obviously, you know she was right. Okay, all right, fair enough. Okay, cute cat, by the way. So, you know, there's quite a bit of stuff here, obviously, and I'm not going to go over all of it, you know. What was her name? Do you remember what her name was? No? Okay, was it like Aria or something like that? Ariel or Ari? Okay. Of course, you know that you sent some pictures and stuff, right? What'd you send her?
Picture me.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Picture me.
Of your wing. Okay. Okay, see, that's the honesty we're getting to, and that's where this is going to help, okay? That's where it's going to work out for you, okay? I did also notice that there was some talk about Zangi, the app Zangi. Yeah. How long have you had that app?
I got rid of it.
And how long did you have it though? Like a week? Oh, just a week. Okay.
I don't really have that anymore.
You don't have that anymore? Okay. So we would like to, my group would kind of like to learn a little bit about the Zangi app, because, you know, we don't get on it, you know, because of what's been done on there, you know. What do you usually see on there? And just be honest.
Dirty pictures.
Dirty pictures of what? Like of, yeah, okay. And like what range have you seen? Like how low have you seen on there as far as age-wise? It's the lowest you've seen on there. You ever seen any toddlers on there? Honestly, you haven't? Okay. So 12 is about the youngest you've seen on there? Okay, all right, that's fair enough. Sometimes we get some that will say that, you know, they've seen some really bad stuff with toddlers or younger, you know, and, you know, that's pretty scary, you know. Don't worry about that. That's just, like, you're a big guy, you know what I mean? I'm tall, but you're a big guy, okay? And you seem like you got a decent demeanor, so, you know, I feel safe, but that's just for safety reasons. Basically, look, man, if if something happened here and then you're like, well, he attacked me, like if you decide to flip out on me and and then you say that I attacked you, I just want to protect myself. That's all that is, okay? That's it, okay? It's nothing else, okay? So, what I would like to get to is because see, on these Zangi apps, there's a lot of times people are asking for money and stuff, have you ever had that where they've asked you?
Yeah, I got rid of it.
Yeah, okay, well, that's good. I was hoping maybe you can help me out here, because when they ask for money, and this has nothing to do with you, I have no qualms against you purchasing if you did. I'm not saying you did, but if you did, I was hoping that maybe you can help me with maybe the idea of the people that you have sent money to. Have you ever done that?
Nope.
No. Okay. Well, that's good. I kind of wish you had, only because it gives us a way to look, because those ones that are asking for money, I mean, dude, they're bad. They're usually into more stuff, than just talking and everything. So, another concern that we have about Zangi, and this is to protect you, okay, is that, when we talk to people that had Zangi is a lot like, well, no, you got Telegram too, right?
Nope.
You don't have Telegram? When did you delete that one?
They banned my number.
Huh?
They banned my number.
I'm sorry, they banned your number?
For some reason.
Gotcha. Okay. So here's where I want to try to protect you. Okay. So if we can go through just a few things, and you can be honest, and I can get you some help. One of the things that the group is going to want us to do is to make sure that we get off any of the that you have on your phone. Get rid of it. Okay. The reason why is if we get you some, and when I say help, it's just, honestly, it's going to start off with like a phone call once a week. I mean, it's no charge to you. Okay, I'm not trying to sell you nothing like that. Like I said, we're straight up here to help you. Okay, because if we don't address the problem, then we can't protect these things from happening again. That's basically it. So, I know that with the Zangi and also with the Telegram, there's a lot of times where you'll get sent to your phone. And, and not saying that you're asking for it, but, it's there, you open it up and boom, it's something there. So what's the worst you've seen on Telegram? Like the youngest, and what kind of stuff have you seen on there?
Most of the time, when I did have it, it was like this
Children, like when you say children, like.
I got rid of it and reported it.
Yeah.
It banned my number.
Right, okay. So when you say child, that you're talking like pretty young, right? Because that's what I've heard about.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like how young? You can be honest, because,
So youngest I've seen was like
years old? Okay, so no toddlers on that one either? Well, okay, that's good, you're lucky, because some people have seen them, and that's...
And I reported it as soon as I seen it, and they banned my number.
Oh, you reported it, and then they banned you for reporting it?
Yeah.
Gotcha, that's pretty sick, huh, right?
Yeah.
Wow. How many, because I know that those apps automatically save when you're using them. They'll automatically save some of those to your phone, and a lot of times you have to go in your gallery and delete them, because even though you didn't put them there, those apps automatically do that. How many times do you think, when you had it, how many times do you think you had to delete them? Like often, or?
Truthful, or be honest.
Yeah.
8.
8 times a week?
Mm-hmm.
8 times a week, yeah. See, that's the problem that we're having, is that they seem to really take over power and really force stuff on people, and that's what we're trying to solve as well. I mean, I'll be honest with you, man, there's a lot of stuff here, that we probably should address, but, you helping us out with the Zangi and stuff like that, that can help us more, because we're trying to lobby against these apps that are doing, that they're making accessible for people like you, okay? And I mean, let me put it this way, like, if those apps weren't there, do you think you would still be viewing the... Exactly, yeah. So if we can kind of keep those more secure, then, you probably wouldn't be looking at it, right? And so we feel, my part of the group, and that's why I say I lobbied for, my group to start this part of our group that is trying to find help for people. Is that cool? I know it's highly respectful for us to do this for people, and that's what we're after. So, how many, you say about 8 times a week you'd have to delete them. How many do you think you would get a week on those, like in your phone?
Almost every time.
Every time? Like if you had to put a number, like 100, less than 100 a week, that would be on your phone, but that they would do?
Probably.
Really? Okay. So how many do you think would be on your, and the reason why I say this is we have a device. Okay, when you if you delete those, unfortunately they don't really delete, you know what I mean? They actually just, they go off of that spot that you can see them, but they're still there. And the problem with that is you could get in trouble. Okay, and we don't want that to happen. And we also, main thing is we don't want you to have access to them. So even though you delete on them, you still do have access to them, okay? They are still there. You just have to know where to look in your phone, okay? So, and this is, normally I would ask this. I kind of like you. You have a good demeanor about you. You're being honest. I apologize. I know you're shaking. You're nervous. I get it, dude. Okay,
No,
nothing to be. You're cool. Okay, nothing to be nervous about. Okay, right. I get you. With all that insulation, you get cold still.
Yeah, I lost so much.
This is thermal, so I'm not too cold.
lost a lot of weight.
Yeah. Oh, good for you. Yeah. Actually,
stomach surgery.
I can tell you've lost a lot of weight from this picture here, even. Yeah. So, okay, so how many pictures do you think you would have in there now? And the reason why I'm asking this, let me go explain to you before you answer. Because
I know I deleted about 100.
About 107 of them, yeah. Okay, and the reason I'm asking that is we have different size boxes. These boxes, what it is for us to be able to help you, they're going to want to guarantee that you're going to have all of them gone off your phone, okay? Sorry, dude. Itch is really bad. I stopped in, we travel all over, but I stopped in Branson, Missouri. I had Steak and Shake. I've been blowing toilets up ever since, man. I've been painting toilet bowls. Bad. Now my ass has been itching like crazy. But anyway, so about 107 or so that you've had to delete recently. Okay. So we have a box that our group will send you. It's kind of cutting edge. And what it does is you plug it into your phone, okay, and it runs an app. And what it does is, and it doesn't mess with anything in your phone as far as settings and all that. It just recognizes that type of stuff, okay?
All right.
And so, yeah.
Since I deleted it, will I still be in trouble?
No, this isn't to get you in trouble. This is to help you. Yeah.
Okay.
No, this is not about hamstringing you, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. No, I get it. No, I mean, this is an odd situation. I get it, coming out here to your house, but, we mean well. So,
when you said that, I was
yeah, no, okay, so what this is, I'll explain it to you, and it'll come in the mail, all right? So, I mean, if you can receive mail here, then what'll happen is when I leave here, I'll tell my group, like, hey, look, he was, cooperative. He told me that he had, it in your phone and that he's willing to get rid of it. So what they're going to do is they will send you a box. It's real discreet, okay? It doesn't have anything on it, on the box, that gives anything away, like that. And you'll plug it into your phone, and it will just kind of run an app. And when it's done, it'll say complete, and it'll give you a code. You just simply write that code on the box that it comes with a box that has a label for shipping. It's already paid for, so you don't have to pay for shipping, because it is a loaner box, okay? The box is designed to get rid of it, and here's the thing, it doesn't save anything on the box. It literally gets rid of it, okay? And the only reason you guys send it back, because they're very expensive, okay? And they are taking my word for it that you're going to get help and that you're agreeing to this. And so they're taking my word for it that they'll send you the box. They're going to take that risk. They pay for it. They send it to you. But if you don't send it back, I'll be honest with you, they're going to take it out of my cut. And I had one box 3 weeks ago that never got sent back, and it cost me $480.
Damn.
Yes. I went back to that guy's house, and I told him, like, I got to have that fucking box. But I had to drive 3 hours to his house to get it, to be able to get that money back, because, I can't afford to lose $380 in 1 week, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like you said, if you promise me you'll send it back and, cooperate, that's awesome. Like I said, I'm doing you a huge solid. I couldn't believe that guy did that to me, because when I showed up at his house, I was like, look, dude, I could have turned this into somebody else. I was helping you out, and then you screwed me, and I had to drive all the way out here just to get it so I can get my money, you know what I mean? So I got like a very small paycheck that week. So, yeah, but anyway, as far as this one here, Ari, you recognize her, right? You remember this conversation and stuff. It got pretty, you know. What enticed you to do that? Like to be with her?
Truthfully, I have a high sex drive.
I'm sorry. I was a driller, and I have bad
I
hearing.
said, truthfully, I have a high sex drive.
Oh, you have a high drive. Gotcha.
Yeah, 'cause
Okay.
I was when I was little.
That was my next question I was going to ask you. I didn't want to,
Yeah.
bust you out on it. So you were when you were little. All right, man, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that, dude. I really am. I'm sorry. You're physically and abused? Yeah, see.
By my real dad.
By who?
My real dad.
Your real dad. Oh, not your stepdad, your real dad. Oh, that sucks, dude. Yeah. Yeah. And see, and like in situations like that, that's why we need offer. That's why I use that as a way to convince my group. Like we need to help some of these people, rather than just locking them up. Because originally, when this group originally started, that's all they did. And I kind of just like, look, guys, there's another angle here. We could help them. And so far, I've helped many people, and it's been great. It's been absolutely great, So, I love my job. I love this angle. I love being able to help people rather than, So, okay, so with her, like I said, yeah, obviously, you high drive. Let me ask you this. This is kind of a it's one that I've struggled with for a while, okay? Because I talk to a lot of people like yourself, that fit the bill, like, they were, and then they continue the process, and it just keeps on going. What do you think, like, because I've never been, abused or molested, and so I personally can't imagine, like, if I went through that, why would I put another child through that in my adult age? Do you have like any insight to that? Like what you might think about that?
Truthfully, that day I was depressed.
That day you were depressed?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I didn't really care.
Right. Now when you say that day, like what day out of all days you think whenever you...
I was depressed for a couple of weeks.
Couple of weeks, not just, yeah, I get it. Okay, so are you depressed a lot?
Yes, because I lost somebody.
You lost somebody?
Yeah. There was a bad storm on April 2nd.
Yeah.
First, and then April 2nd, he died.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
From the storm?
Yep, he got electrocuted by power lines.
Oh, wow, really? Wow. Okay. So you're depressed, and that's why you kind of became with the 12-year-old and stuff. Okay. Yeah. No, I believe you are. No, I'm, like I said, man, I'm not here to judge you. I'm not here to judge you at all. They're goofballs, man. They're just...
I know, I keep looking over there.
they do that just to fuck with us. Yeah, no, don't worry about them. I always tell them they look like Ren and Stimpy. You remember that cartoon Ren and Stimpy? Yeah. No, yeah, like I said, they're just to make sure everything's safe. We've had to pull out. I've had to pull up to places that it was pretty sketchy, and my group said, hey, look, we're going to mandatory that you guys have 3 people because, it got bad. Like they attacked us, and then, so ever since then, that's what they require. And these guys, that's all they do is just sit there behind a camera. They don't do. So, yeah. But anyway. So how many, because I know this isn't the only one, okay? And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to gauge the psychiatric, situation that you've succumbed, okay? So how many of these, because we know about her, and I know about a couple others, but how many, I don't know about all of them, so how many of these young kids have you been talking to?
Just a few.
Just a few, like when you say a few,
Like
is
4 or 5.
4 or 5 of them? Okay. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Yeah, no, that's cool. Like I said, sometimes I get guys that they'll be honest and they'll be like, oh, like 30, 40 of them, and in that situation, it's like, man, he's too far gone, You just got 4 of them you're talking to, it's not a big deal, okay? That's a small group of friends, you know what I mean? That's how I look at it, Okay, so have you sent your pictures of your, what'd you call it? I'm sorry.
Ding-dong.
Your ding dong, yeah. Have you sent your pictures of your ding dong to the other ones too? Just her, only her. She was special. Yeah. No, I'm not making fun of it. I mean, like, I kind of, this one's extensive. There's a lot, you know what I mean? So it seems like there was a lot more of conversations happening with this one. And honestly, that's why I say she was special. I think, so, and that being said, I mean, there are some spots in here where it almost feels like you're really kind of catching feelings for her. I mean, is that fair to say?
Yeah.
For her? Yeah. I think more so for her than some of the others. Like this one is the one you really kind of felt like you, so like, would you have been okay, like acceptable to having a relationship with her? I mean, if she was okay with it, no, you weren't gonna
No.
go that far, right?
Like I said, depressed.
Right. Did you guys ever talk about meeting up?
No.
You didn't? I could have swore there was some like
She wanted
questions.
to, but I never.
She wanted to?
I never answered.
Gotcha. Was there a time where you asked her where she lived, and you asked her? Man, I might be getting mixed up, but I don't think so.
No.
Where you asked if her mom was home, and no. Okay, I could have been mixed up from others. That's okay.
No.
Okay, cool.
I know she kept on wanting to meet up, and I never responded.
Right. Okay, so let's see. I was gonna see.
And that's truthful.
Huh?
So I'm being truthful with that. But
Oh,
she
yeah.
wanted to meet up, and I never answered.
Right. Okay, that's okay. Okay, so did you tell her to go over to Zangi, or did she lead you to go over to Zangi? She led you to go to Zangi? You sure about that? Sure about that? Okay, you're not sure about that, are you?
No.
Okay, because I haven't read all of them, and actually while I was flipping through, I just seen the spot. I didn't really look for it until just now. I seen the spot where you actually did switch over to Zangi at that point, and it looked like she didn't know what Zangi was, and so that kind of leads me up to my next question. How many of these other girls are on Zangi? Is it common for these girls to be on
Yeah.
the younger ones? Oh, it is? Really? Okay.
Big time.
Is it real? So it's real easy to get on there for these young kids?
I
Really?
guess.
Wow. Okay.
But
Unbelievable.
I don't have that.
Just Amy, don't have it no more. Okay. So when was the last time you talked to her? This one?
I haven't had it for almost a week now.
About a week now. Yeah. Okay. Is that how long it's been since you talked to this one, or
All of them.
all of them? Oh, so you stopped all of them a week ago?
Yep.
Good. Is there a reason why, or
In a better mood.
being in a better mood? Okay. So what's going to happen a few weeks from now if you get depressed?
If I get depressed, I have people I can call now.
You do? Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. So like if you get really, really depressed, something bad happens, another storm comes in, so to speak. Hypothetically, another storm comes in.
That's usually what makes me depressed when it storms now.
Storms make you depressed?
Now,
Oh yeah. Because of the trauma from losing your friend. Who was?
cousin,
What was your cousin? Gotcha.
and I've been talking to people. I
Yeah.
got behaviors.
You got what?
A BC.
What's that?
It's a behaviors.
A behaviorist? Oh, okay. What's that through?
It's through a company.
Okay, is that like a church organization, or?
Not. She comes through, I don't know what company.
Gotcha.
It's not a church.
Oh, okay. All right. So what is that? I've never heard of that. Is it?
It's behaviors. I can't say constructive.
Okay. So what is her role? She comes and just talks to you about
Yeah.
stuff and kind of helps you through,
Yeah.
almost like a psychologist in a way,
Pretty
or
much.
yeah. Okay. Is she a licensed psychologist by any
No.
chance? No. Okay. Because the group is going to want you to at least speak to a licensed psychologist once a week. Honestly, probably. And honestly, with your remote area here, it's probably you're going to get lucky to where you're probably just be a phone call. which is a lot easier than, some of these. Some of these they have to, they want them to have visits, with psychologists, so. Okay, so, how long have you lived here?
Since January of
Since
last year.
since January. Okay. Well, the reason I asked, we had a whole different address for you, and and I could not find out where you were at. It took a little while. It took some work. Did you guys get a text yesterday from the other guy? There's somebody messaged you about the package, and he got upset. No, I think it was her. I'm sorry. Is that your mom or? Oh, that's your wife. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad we're being quiet about it. Like I said, I don't want her to know what's going. She don't know what's going on, right? Okay, good. We'll keep it that way. All right. If she comes out here, we'll change the subject. Actually, I'll put these away so she don't see them. Okay. But okay, so crap. I'm trying to figure out a way to where we can keep this from her too. You know what I mean? You don't want to tell her, right? No. I don't blame you. Hey, does she aware of some of your?
She knows my situation.
She knows your situations. She knows about your faults. We'll say faults. She knows about your attraction. Oh, okay. Have you
Actually,
ever?
it's not really attraction. It's just,
What would you call it?
it's just I messed up when I'm depressed.
Messed up. You mess up when you get depressed. But like when I'm depressed and I mess up, it's like I might go drink and I call it drink or something. I usually don't go mess around with kids. You know what I
I
mean?
can't hardly. I have restrictions that
Restrictions that. Well, I'm sorry. I can't.
I'm on probation, parole.
Oh, you are.
On
Oh.
parole and registration.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm glad that I didn't go the other route because that probably would have really got you in trouble, huh? When you say registration, you're a offender. Okay, I didn't know that. So,
Just don't get out.
well, yeah. I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay, my group usually doesn't. I told them because when I did a brief background check on you, and I told them you didn't have any past of this. But I'll be honest with you, they usually don't let me work with people that already are RSO. But I'm not going to tell them. Okay, I'm just going to absolutely man, because I want this to work. You know what I mean? So the box is going to come in the mail. It probably won't go out till Monday, so it'll be here probably Wednesday. But you're gonna wanna take that box, plug it in, and what that's gonna do is it's just gonna get rid of all that stuff, okay? And then by doing that, when you get a call, they're gonna ask you like, hey, make sure that you don't have anything in your phone. That's all. They're just gonna keep track and make sure that you're abiding by, kind of like your parole. You know what I mean? You got to, like, some people that are on parole for drugs, they got to go in periodically and have a drug test, right? Same kind of thing. They're going to want to reach out to you and say, hey, we want to make sure that you're on track, okay? And that's pretty basic, rather than the alternative. But let me ask you this. I mean, just between you and I, like, what happened?
The guy kind of lied on me.
The guy kind of lied on you?
Yeah. Pretty
Okay.
much. I have paper
We-
prove that he made it all up.
Oh, really? Well, but they still stuck you with it, even though, when you say guy, was he a guy or was he a young kid?
A guy. He was 18.
He was 18,
They
and
still charged me.
but what would they charge you with? What happened? Can you kind of give me some?
It was pretty much battery.
It was battery.
Battery.
Oh, sax battery. Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha,
but-
gotcha.
I have paper in there that says that he lied.
Oh, really? So what was he claiming that you did to him?
Pretty much.
Oh, wow, that's pretty f***ed up to lie on somebody about that. You know what I mean?
have paper in there to prove
That he lied.
that he said that he lied.
Wow. So then,
That he didn't ruin my life, but he did.
right? Or he apologized for trying to ruin your
I
life.
tried to, but I didn't. I accepted it.
Yeah, you accepted it. And that could be a lot of this mental, because you got a lot going on. You know what I mean? Acceptance is the first thing.
I'm trying to. It's just
Oh yeah, yeah. Life's
Because
tough.
I've been abused before.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and I can see, and that's, man, I'll be honest with you, that's the part I have a hard time with. I have a hard time
And I
trying to
haven't
understand.
really had counseling for it.
You haven't had counseling for it. I think that should have been done a long time ago, don't you think?
Yeah, they should have, but they never did.
Right, yeah, yeah, I agree.
I guess when you meet big groups, not even open up in the groups.
Right, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, I appreciate you opening up to me though. I mean, I really do. I really appreciate that because it's not easy. I can't imagine doing it in a group. I wouldn't be able to, I wouldn't be able to put you in that position. I wouldn't want to do that. And for them trying to put you in that position, I feel like it stops you from being able to get the help because it makes it harder for you to make that step. You know what I mean? So, okay. What kind of phone do you have?
I have an
An Android? Okay. Can you bring it out here so I can see what kind of plug-in we need to ship to you? Because the box is going to have different types of cords, and they're only going to send me one. I just want to see okay, so it's a C port. Okay, so I'll make sure they know it's a C port. Okay. A couple other things I'd like to talk about, if you don't mind, and I'll be out of here pretty soon. Do you work?
No.
No. Are you confined here with your probation, or?
I can work, it's just hard for me to find a job because I'm a offender.
Yeah. That could be, that sucks.
And,
Right. And a felon too. Well, what are you a felon for?
that's what they charge me with.
Oh, that's what they charged you with. Well, it's a felony for that. Oh, okay, gotcha. What was his deal? What?
I have no
Really? How did you know him?
I lived with him.
Oh, he was a roommate?
Yeah.
Was he drunk or
No.
you guys had a beef and he decided
I
to?
beat the out of him.
Oh, you did beat the shit out of him?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then his ego was hurt because of that, I guess, huh? Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense, yeah. I have a friend of mine that kind of the same thing happened to him back when he was a kid, and the kid lied on him. And, he had to deal with the same type thing for many years,
I'm on it for the rest of my life.
The rest of your life, really? Wow.
Probably and
Really? So that could be pretty hard to find a job, huh? Yeah. Wow, okay. So that was why I was asking you, like, how often do you get away from the house and like do you?
I get out.
You do. I guess what I'm getting at is, are you ever around any children or groups of children? Because
No.
these are questions that the group wants to know.
No.
Okay. All
I'll
right.
be
Cool.
honest, no.
Yeah. Okay. So you're not a member of any like youth or
No.
church groups.
No.
Okay, that's good in a way. Like
I
I
don't go to
think.
church.
I think you might need some higher, support, from God, but that's my opinion. I'm not, nobody's gonna force that on you. But at the same time, you can't be around, kids either. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword, So, okay, so let me ask you this: how long, about what age do you think you were when you started having these feelings for younger kids and stuff like that?
Since I was little.
Ever since you were little, so you just always had it. Do you think that it was because of the abuse as your child? Yeah. Okay. What do you think would be the best way to moving forward for other people? Like,
For other people?
for instance, like what would be your, because you're living it. This is something you had to deal with.
I told them try to open up in groups.
In groups, yeah. But like you said, that's really hard.
It's hard, but...
Do you think you could ever do that though?
Me, no.
See, that's what I'm
Because I'm
saying.
too far.
So what kind of advice could you give it? And we're learning here, both of us here, okay? So what would you think would be the best?
Try to get a hold of a close friend that you can trust.
Right. Would most of your friends more or less judge you for the situation rather than help you?
Friends already knows what happened to me.
Right, okay.
So
He's supportive, but he knows the truth. Right. Okay, so like here's a good example. And the reason why I'm asking is because I have another person and I'm trying to kind of learn their situation. And they have friends, but now they don't because of what they had done. Now theirs is different. They actually did what they did. You know what I mean? But there's no proof of it, as far as their friends, and all their friends just kind of turned on them. You know what I mean? Do you think that it's easier to talk to a friend that maybe already have some, preemptive ideas than it is to speak to a psychologist? Maybe.
yes.
You think it's better to go? Yeah. Okay. I kind of believe so too. Yeah. No. That's cool. I appreciate that because that's kind of what I feel.
For me, when it's somebody new, I shut down.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. How many of these girls try to reach out? Is it just girls or boys too?
It's females.
All females.
Yes.
And the one that you had that you got charged for, that was a male though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And like I said, I'm not judging you. Okay. But are you bi or bi-curious or no?
Like I said, that was just a straight lie.
That was just a straight lie. Gotcha. Okay. So how many of these girls reach out, young girls, when I say, minors or children, how many of them reach out to you on Facebook?
I don't have hardly
None on Facebook?
only my niece.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's not, I'm talking about
I'm real picky when it comes to my Facebook.
Right. Your wife is on your Facebook, right? Yeah. Okay, so understandable. So Zangi, if you had to say which one was worse between Zangi's worse, then no, I'm sorry. Let me finish. Between that and Telegram, which one would you say was worse? Zangi's worse than Telegram, really?
I think Zangi is.
Really? Okay. If you can kind of give me an idea of what kind of acts have you seen on Zangi? Like, is it just like all of it?
Yeah.
With children?
Yes.
Now, when you see those, how does those make you feel? Hurt? Yeah. Is there any in those videos where like the male, is it adults that mess with them too? Is there any of that of the adult? Like, does he in those videos? You haven't seen any of those videos where he no? How long are these videos?
Not long.
Not long. So when you watch it from the beginning to end, it's just too short to see the adult finish.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Have you ever seen groups of that happening? Like, no.
Like I said, I haven't had it in a week.
In a week, yeah, I know. But I mean, you've had it for a while, so I mean, like,
I
you
know,
can kind of give me an idea of what is going on in there.
That.
You didn't see any groups?
No. I
Okay.
seen.
But you've seen like the adults with the children,
Yes.
Usually one-on-one?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. What would you consider the race to be of these children?
It's all different races.
Oh, really? So
Yeah.
just all races, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So the reason I ask is like most of the time I hear they're saying like they're generally foreign, but you see actual like white
I see
Americans.
races.
Really? Are they speaking in English when they're on there?
Some
Or
of them.
really? Okay. Now we're getting somewhere because those are the ones we really would like to track down. Okay? Because if it's happening generally when people tell me it's like, oh, well, they're foreign, I don't know the language they're speaking, and generally those are Russian sites or, foreign sites that we can't touch. But if you're actually viewing and seeing, American kids.
I know some of them. The last person I seen was in California.
California, really? Oh, they told you where they're at?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. How long did you talk to them?
Not long.
Not long.
Because
Yeah.
as soon as they tried to,
Right.
and I just deleted it.
You just deleted it, yeah. Did they, yeah, and how much did they send to you? Just the one, or like?
Just one, and I didn't like it, so
Right. And it was a video?
short video.
Short video, like what? Like how long you think?
Not that long.
Like what? Like under 5 minutes, or
Yeah.
about under 5 minutes? Okay. All right. So, but you've never you said you had never sent money. I know that, but you've actually had people ask you for money, huh? Yeah, yeah. You wouldn't happen to have any of those still, would you? Where they've asked you that we can kind of look at their thing?
Like
No.
I said, I deleted the app.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, that's fair enough. I mean, I've been tempted to just get on there just to see if I can rope those people in, because those people are hurting kids. You know what I mean? But the problem is, if I get on there, I'm going to have to see it, and I don't want to see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not, not about that, Not judging you for being, into it. I'm not, So,
Really.
yeah. Well, not anymore, because, only when you're depressed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So what other things do you enjoy doing that's not, with children, like, or reading guys? What else do you enjoy? Sports? Okay. All right.
And music.
Music? Yeah. Okay. Do you play any instruments or anything? No. Okay.
I just listen to it.
Listen to it. Yeah. Cool. That's fair enough. Well, I guess what I'm trying to see is if there's anything that we can maybe help you get into that kind of gets you from the depressed mode into something that you enjoy to keep you occupied without going back to this. Is it coloring? Okay. I'll send you some coloring books then? Yeah? Yeah, you like that? Yeah? All right, cool. I don't see any problem with that,
Because really, like I said,
Coloring books, that's cool. That's different than what I've had requested before. I've had people ask me, say, I'd like to have a motorcycle. Like, well, I ain't gonna have them, but coloring books I can make happen. So.
like I said, this is probably the last time.
Huh? This is probably the last time, or is it
It's
last?
gonna be.
Okay, all right. Because that's what I want to hear. I want to see some confidence in you that, hey, this is it. Because
Like I
I'll be
said,
honest with
I've
you,
been
you almost had me. You had me like, okay, I was about to be like, all right, this guy's good. But when you say, possibly my last time, that shows me you have doubt. You know what I'm saying? I want to know. You know what I mean? Okay.
Because like I said, if I have to, I can call my staff
Mm-hmm.
and talk to her.
Yeah. Okay. And does she come by and see you too, or
She's here Monday through Friday.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, like every day?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And like, how many hours does she spend with you?
8 a.m. to 4.
Oh, really? So she stays with you all day. Is that court ordered or no? Okay.
No, it's just part of the company that I'm in.
The company that you're in? What is that? Is it like a health situation or?
No, it's like sport of living.
I'm sorry. Like what?
Sport of living.
Sport of living. Okay. Well, how do you get signed up for that? Is that something that's available to the general people? Really?
All
Who
you gotta do
offers
is
that?
Go through state.
Go through the state? Okay. I didn't know that. I learned something there. Yeah. Because I mean, I can get somebody some help that way as well. Do you feel like it helps you?
It does, but it's like kind of hard to talk when
Right.
you have your wife up your butt 24/7.
Right. Yeah, maybe tell her to get the fuck out and let me hang out with this one.
Yeah.
She probably wouldn't be okay with you saying that though, would she? I was just joking, you know what I mean?
No. So
Yeah.
put her foot up my ass.
Right. Tell her to get out there and do some yard work. That wouldn't go over well, would either?
No.
No. Okay. Okay, so
I can throw this thing away if I have to.
I mean, they're not going to be cool with that because they'll be like, well, I mean, he could have just, they're going to want to know that you got rid of the stuff on it, to be honest with you. And like I said, I'm not asking you to do anything with me. When I'm done here, I'll leave. I'll let them know. They'll send it out to you, the box out to you. And then from there, they'll be satisfied at that point, and that way you're not wasting your phone, okay? If I tell them, oh, well, he's just going to get rid of it, then it'll be like, well, how do we know he got rid of it? You know what I'm saying? So they want to physically know that it got deleted, and that box will do that for you, and it'll give a code. You write that code on that box and you send it back, and then boom, sometime within a week, You'll get a call. Real nice guy. If it's who I think it'll probably be. When I left the office the other day, I kind of looked to see if they had signed you anybody in case we were able to help you. And the guy you got assigned that's going to be your help, he's fucking awesome. He's funny. You got a good personality? Yeah, yeah. All right, you like to laugh?
Yeah, I'm depressed.
Yeah. So he'll take care of that. It's hard to be depressed around that motherfucker. He's nuts. But he's funny. He's a good guy. Honestly, he's probably the best guy that we could have assigned to you. And like I said, it doesn't cost you nothing. It's no big deal. So, okay. What other hobbies do you have that would be?
I like to build stuff, but
You like to build stuff?
I don't
Okay.
have money.
Okay. All right. Well, like I said, there's a lot of stuff that is possible. Like what kind of stuff do you like to build?
Like model cars.
Like, I'm sorry, I can't.
Model cars.
Model cars. Okay.
You know,
All right.
like kids that want
Right.
that
Yeah.
stuff.
Okay.
Just like you can afford it.
Yeah. I used to do that when I was a kid. I used to build model airplanes
I
and
was
stuff.
like afford it. This house paint's $1,000.
This house permit? Is that house over there part of this too, or no?
Yep.
Oh, is it? Okay. Who lives in that one?
One of the workers
The workers? Oh.
of our landlord.
Oh, gotcha. So like the caretaker, property caretaker?
Yeah.
Right. $1,000 for this. So you're just paying for this part here.
Yeah. And that house is $1,000 too.
Oh, that one's $1,000 too? Really? Oh, you got gypped. That one looks like the better one, is it not?
I like this one.
You like this one? Yeah. Is it nicer on the inside than that one? Gotcha. Did you live in that one before you came here?
No.
No. Oh.
I
Gotcha.
lived in Columbus before I came here.
Oh, really? Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I was trying to locate you in Columbus. Couldn't find you. So finally, one of our team members, hollered at me and said, "Hey, I think this is the address." And he said, "Just be nice to him and don't, I'm like, what do you think I'm doing? He's like, well, he might be sketchy. And I was like, they all are. It's the way it is. But, it's just the situation, So, these other girls, like I said, I know that the stuff that's on your phone that you're going to get rid of, that's all basically come from Zangi, huh?
Mostly that stuff came from them.
From you've been talking to? Okay. And are you talking to them on Zangi? Were you talking to them on Zangi or
Zangi.
on Zangi? Okay.
Like I said, I don't even know that happened.
Yeah, no, I get it.
But I got tired of seeing
yeah,
stuff.
right. So
Kind of gave me flashbacks most of the time.
right, yeah. So the other one, Telegram, did you have a bunch from it or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reported it and they banned it.
Oh, that's right. You did say that. I'm sorry. I forgot. I'm not as young as I look. I'm kind of old. Okay, so.
I know, you kinda look like it.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? All right, call the cops. No. No. Yeah. You know what? I was just starting to like you too, and then you pulled that shit on me. No. No, I know. No, that's cool, man. That's cool. See, you're already having a better mood, right? See, I should probably be the therapist, right? You think I'd make a good therapist?
Yeah.
You think I would?
I've been in better mood for the past week.
For the past week, right? All right, cool, good. That's good. Let's keep it that way. And no more of this. No more f***ing with kids. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, good. Is there any place to shoot some pool around this area, this town? Seymour? How far is that from here?
Not far.
Not far. What else is there to do in this town? The reason I asked is the next person I got to try to find some help for is not going to be home until tomorrow evening, and we're going to have to stay the night in somewhere around here.
There's a park.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
And if you
How
go
far is that?
From here, not far.
Not far at all.
It's
Okay.
in town.
In town. Okay. Cool.
Seymour, there's a place called the Eagles in Seymour that you cheap pool.
Yeah. Okay. That's what
I
we're
love
sitting.
that
That's
place.
yeah. That's what we're looking for. Something like that. Yeah. How long have you and your wife been married?
Not long.
Not long. Okay.
Only year.
A year. Okay. You guys have kids together? Or? No. Okay.
She
All right.
wants to, but I can't.
Oh, you can't? Ain't swimming right?
No, it's not that.
Oh.
It's
Oh.
because of one of my rules.
One of your rules?
Yeah.
She too old for you?
No.
Oh.
It's just one of my rules that I can't marry my kids.
Oh, your rule, your personal rule that you don't want to have kids? Is that it? Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay. All right, I get it. Kids are awesome though, you know.
I know they are.
Change your life for the best, really, you know.
They
Maybe
are,
not for you, but you know, most people, you know, it's you know, it can be stressful and
between us.
yeah.
I'm afraid.
You're afraid?
Yes, because of what happened.
Right. Okay, yeah. And, oh, I get it. You're afraid that you might do that to them. I got you. That makes sense. And that's respectful that you decide that, hey, I'm not gonna have kids because I can't trust myself around my own kids, kind of thing, you know. And that's yeah, I get that. Yeah. That's probably the most honest answer that I've heard or most honest admission that I've ever heard anybody say. You know, that you rule.
And I'm afraid that I won't love it because I never got taught how to love somebody.
That you won't love the child.
Yeah.
And if you don't love the child, then you definitely won't care about what you're doing to the child, right? So there's a good chance that you would probably do the same things to that child. That makes sense. See, I told you I could be a therapist. You know, these guys are making way much more money than I am, you know, being a therapist.
I never got taught as a kid.
Right. To love. Because nobody ever loved you, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
She loved you? She loves you? Yeah. Yeah, all right. Well, that's a start, you know?
Yeah, that's a start. It's a start for me. Like every time I used to say it, I got beat.
Right. Oh, really? Every time you used to say I love you to a family member?
Yep.
Wow.
Our real dad beat me.
Really? Really?
I went to school one day with almost a broken neck.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really? Wow. Almost a broken neck? Really?
Yeah.
Wow. What'd he do?
Put me in a chuck block.
Oh, in a headlock?
Yeah.
Well, how often, I know this is a tough one, man, but how often, like per week, did they abuse you?
Ever since, from the time I was born till 11.
Oh, really? Like all the time?
All the time.
Like you'd be asleep and it'd happen? Or?
Yep.
Really? Wow. Did they ever catch him?
He was in prison, now he's out. That's what kind of makes me scared.
Did he go to prison because of that? For that?
One of the reasons.
Oh, yeah, just one of them, though. What else did he do?
He abused my half-sister.
Oh, so you and her, and so, but still the same realm, just abusing.
Yeah.
Right. How long did he go away for?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I have no contact with him because
Right.
he can't be a double feet from me.
Yeah. When did he get out?
23 or 24.
Oh, so fairly recent.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. When was the last time you seen him before he went in? Like, how old do you think you were?
Before I went to school.
What grade?
Oh, I was
Okay. All right. So, 20-something years? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still scared.
Right. Do you know where he's at now? Or Indianapolis? That's not too far from here, really,
I
is
know
it?
that's what makes me scared.
Right. So did they alert you whenever he got out? Did you get alerted? How'd you find out?
Through family.
Oh, really? Is he staying with family then, hoping? No?
He's married and has a kid.
Oh,
And I'll
wow.
work for that kid.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. Yeah, you want me to go pay him a visit?
He needs to be locked up.
Well, I'm going to say, our group does that as well.
I'm going to be locked up.
You know what I'm saying? We do that too.
I know,
You know,
I'm
we're
just
not,
saying,
obviously not here for you for that, but we do that.
I know, I'm just saying that needs to be.
We don't do that.
I know, I'm just saying
That's outside
the way
our realm, just barely. You know what I
I'm
mean?
just saying that's the way I feel.
Right, yeah, no, I get it.
He needs to be out, taken out back.
Right, yeah. And like I said, that's the reason, you're lucky that it's me that's here, you know, because a lot of people would have felt that way about you, you know, with this stuff and all that, you know what I mean? So you understand the severity of all this, you know what I mean? So, you know, and so that's why this is very, very important that we make sure you stay on track, okay?
Like I said,
You
if I
know.
have more coloring stuff, I'll be fine.
Get more coloring books and you'll be fine?
Yeah.
All right, I mean, we can make that happen,
And
you know?
I'm actually starting to open up more to people too.
Right.
trying to trust people.
Trying to trust people. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to
Yes,
trust
it
people.
is.
Yeah.
Definitely for what I've been through, it's hard for me like to
Right.
open up and trust people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like for a long time, I wouldn't even tell anybody I love them.
Right.
I was afraid I was going to get beat.
Right. Right. Well, don't tell me you love me, but you trust me. At this point, all right, good deal. That's good. That's good. That's good.
I try to actually do it, but
Yeah. Well,
you seem like a nice person that you won't try to hurt me.
no. I have no intentions of hurting you at all. No, not at all. That's you can take that. Yeah, absolutely no. If that was the case, it would have already happened, and I'm just not that person. You know what I mean? So, and nobody's gonna hurt you. So, okay. So, I know I'm missing something because I usually have a good idea of what I want to completely cover. How many family members do you have that you can be your rock, like your support?
Hardly.
Really. So I know you said I know the situation about your dad. What about your mom? Is she still?
Nope.
She's alive or she's
Dead.
just? Oh, she's dead.
She died in 2012.
2012. So you've had a lot of trauma. Yeah, we might have to amp it up to a couple of days a week for you. Honestly, it sounds like you've really been through some.
I have. It's rough because usually she was for rocks.
Right.
Like anytime I was down, I could phone call her and she would.
Right. Yeah.
Talking to her, just like I just lost my aunt too.
Your aunt too.
This year,
Really.
March 1st.
Really. What'd she die of?
Cancer.
Your mom.
She died from diabetes complications.
Oh, gotcha.
My
So-
aunt died from breast cancer.
Right. So you had how many siblings did you have?
Truthfully, real siblings, I have 3.
You had what? Actual full siblings? You had 3 of them.
Yes.
There was 2
Adopted.
sisters and 1 brother, or other way around?
2 sisters, 3 sisters. I'm the only boy.
Oh, okay.
But
Okay.
I have stepbrothers.
Okay.
It's kind of hard to talk to them because they're all over USA.
Right.
And
Right.
half of them work constantly.
Right. So do you have a relationship with your sister still, or?
I do. It's just she works.
You had 3 of them, right? Like, is it all of them? Like, you don't have a good relationship with any of them anymore? No? Really? What are they doing here? Did your wife call them?
I don't know.
What the?
Hey!
She might have called and thought we were going to hurt you or something. We're not here to hurt you. Hey, we'll just change the subject. How you doing, sir?
Good, how are you?
Good. Having a conversation with Robert here, but you've agreed you're not gonna talk to these kids and these young girls anymore, right?
Robert, you care if I just see your hands?
And you're not going to you're gonna get rid of all the porn on your phone, right? You agreed to do that, right? Okay, so he's agreed to do that. Yeah, I believe you said you had like over 100 on there. You said
Not 100 now. I deleted some of it.
you deleted some of it. But how many do you think you have now on there?
Probably 30 or 40.
30 or 40 on there now. Okay.
How's it going, man? I'm Dick.
Nice to meet you, sir. Nice to meet you, sir. I appreciate
Are
you.
you, is it just you?
Yeah, I got my camera guys just for safety and stuff,
Awesome.
of course, and record keeping.
Are you were you
That's
the
me,
head
yes.
chatter?
All
right.
I didn't do this. Yeah.
Okay.
You want to come over here?
Yeah. Let's what I'll do is I'll start. I'll have to get an interview with you together.
Yeah,
with Probable
absolutely.
Cause.
Absolutely.
And we'll go from there. Okay.
Absolutely. Yep.
And I'm gonna audio record it. You can have
You're
a copy
fine.
of my audio recording
You're
if
fine.
you want.
I'm going
So-
to give you all of our video and audio as well.
Okay. Awesome.
So
Right truck.
you guys are f***ing awesome. You got 4 of you coming
Well,
in
sorry,
here.
they had to get me out of the house.
Well,
on grass.
I appreciate it. A lot better response than we sometimes get.
Well,
Okay.
It depends. We'll talk.
Okay.
All right, you can hop over.
Yeah.
The passenger side, all right?
Yeah.
I got one. You hot or cold?
I'm fine either way, bud.
All right, I'm going.
So,
Let me just grab a body camera real quick. I would
Yeah.
normally audio record it, but I have a
Right.
feeling I'm going to need to take pictures of the stuff you got. So
Well, I'm going to provide you guys with the full digital of it, so that way you have it all. This is honestly just for me to reference when I talk to them.
absolutely fine.
Okay. So,
Now, real quick, before we start recording,
Yeah.
did he talk about possessing, or did he transmit it?
he talked about he admitted to having it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll see what we can get done.
Yeah.
So,
And his phone is in his pocket.
Okay.
So.
I'm sure you've dealt with other ICACs before, whether it's
I have,
Illinois.
yes.
I've never dealt with Illinois.
Some good,
but,
some bad.
Well,
You know.
I do what I can.
I know,
Because I respect
I know.
what you guys are trying to do first
I
and
appreciate
foremost.
that. I appreciate that.
And the only issue that comes into is, you know, the lines start to get blurred between you guys not being cops and being agents of the state. You know?
Yeah.
There's a line blurring thing that's
Of
got in
course.
some states, not
course.
necessarily Indiana, but
Yeah.
in some states kind of has got some guys hung up and some stuff.
Right.
So you got your ID on you.
I sure
so
do.
I'll go ahead and I'll begin an interview. Just
Sounds good.
okay. This detective. It is 1955 on the 27th of April, 2025, and I'm here with County Road 500 West in Jennings County.
Yep.
Kind of fill me in, catch me up on how we got here.
Okay, so he reached out to one of our decoys, which was posing to be I believe a 15-year-old, and he reached out to her, said hi, and she immediately said, "I'm. How about you?" He then told her his age, and then as you be able to see in the chats, he pretty quickly, became pretty. Throughout the extent of the conversations, he sent pictures of his, pictures.
When did this begin? Sorry, let's back up real quick.
Okay, so I wasn't the actual decoy.
Okay.
I'm the one that comes out and basically uses the psychology, gets him to admit to what we already know,
Yeah.
and to get him on camera and audio to admit to it, and so that's my role in it. But I can find out for you pretty quick if you don't mind.
Okay. Do you have, before we go any further, do you have copies of the chats?
So I have these. I have more in the van.
Okay.
They're not in order. So what I was gonna say is I can actually have my decoy. She will do two things. She'll send you screenshots of all the chats, and then also she will do a screen recording, which will show you
That will
all
work.
in order. You know what I
That'll
mean?
work.
That's how we do
Yep.
it. That's how we do it. But these are just you can give you an example, and they're not in order. Because I've been flipping through them
That's
and
okay.
referencing them and stuff. But like here's the very
Where are
first
you all
one.
chatting at on here now? I
On
can't
this
tell
one,
from
this
app
one,
yet.
this one I believe is Facebook.
Okay.
And then he directs her to go over to Zangi. So he has Zangi. He claimed to me that he deleted it.
There's so many now.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
So
Is that
there's Zangi. There's Telegram.
Oh, I know
and,
Telegram.
And there's Blue Sky.
I'm familiar with Blue
Yeah,
Sky
so
and Sessions and all those apps.
Zangi has become just as popular now.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
a new one for me.
And actually, when you see the video of him in our interview process, he does say that Zangi is the worst. Because I asked him, I said, which one's worse, Zangi or Telegram? He said Zangi for seeing this kind of content. Which you know how bad Telegram is.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, hell, you can get on Kick and
Yeah.
type in,
Right.
and it's just pulling you up to different chat
Yeah.
groups.
So
It's
now,
horrible.
what they're doing is they're using Facebook to start the conversation, and then they're like, hey, let's go over to Zangi. And that's basically what he's doing, and a lot of these guys that we catch do, So this is a picture of the decoy there.
Okay.
She is of age, of course, but like I said, none of my decoys, they never push for anything. They never participate in
no
anything.
entrapment.
Exactly. We are professionals.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I do the UC chatting for Indians.
Awesome. Awesome.
I mean, everything I've seen here is solid. So far,
They are as good. Combined, I am a chapter of Poachers. I'm for Poacher, Illinois. Okay, and I'll be honest, I am fairly new. I've only got about 10 catches. Okay. But it's going pretty well. We're doing a lot of good. But the main chapter is Alex Rosen.
The name sounds familiar. I'm sure I've seen some of his videos.
It should, because he has arrests in 48 states across the country, and convictions in I think 42 now. So he's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these. Okay, he's like the main one, and he's the one I'm directly under. So it's always all very professional and done right, because our whole goal is 100% to get them in cuffs, to get them arrested, because if they're out free, then they're a harm to the kids.
So let me find it. So this at least started early December.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're working them just like you, or your chatter's working him like you would anybody. I mean, you probably got 25 chats, 30 chats going at the same time. So I'm very familiar.
Right. Yeah. So I believe that's where he gives her. So of course he's on the left side of it, and she's on the right. He gives her his Zangi number. She's like, "What is that?" And he said, "My Zangi," and she's always just asking, like, "What's that?" Or, when he sends his pic, she's like, "Why does it look like a mushroom?" or whatever, Or she's like, "Oh, I've never seen one before," that kind of thing.
To normal people, me laughing at that, would be like, "What's wrong with him?" But feeling in this,
I'm with you. I'm with you, because I deal with it too. And even I haven't been doing it for a really long time. I've been doing it for a few months, and it's crazy.
They just keep coming out with more apps,
dude. It's wild. It's insane. So I'm a father of 4. Yeah, you help yourself,
man. I got 2 right now. So
yeah,
I'm working. I'll work my way up to 4, maybe.
Right. Well, two of mine are adults. One's he's a United States Marine.
Good deal.
Yep, and that he was actually a military police officer out in Yuma, Arizona. And then my oldest daughter, she's married and living on her own. And I have a little girl and a little boy. The 2 older ones are my stepkids that I raised. I don't know what that one is. I think that might have gotten there by accident, because that's not her. So I don't know. Sometimes it happens.
And would your chatter be able to send these to me tonight? I still don't know.
So yeah, they definitely can. So they are also on the road right now. I'm not sure what state, but I will absolutely. My phone is off. It's turned off because.
So here's what I can tell you. I can for sure go ahead and seize his phone tonight. Okay. At the very least.
That's better than the last catch we did 4 hours ago, and we just did one 4 hours ago, and he admitted to having thousands.
And he did admit to you guys having images, though, in person, too?
Yeah.
Sometimes they brag.
Right. So he didn't brag. He just, said that, I asked him, like, so how many of these do you have to usually delete per week? And he's like, about 107, maybe. And I said, how many do you think you have on there? And he said, yeah. And then, of course, when you guys come up, and he changed it and said, "Oh, maybe 30." Which it's still the same thing. You know what I mean?
All right. Let me find a notebook. Hang on.
Okay.
Yeah. Before I leave, if I could start getting some of these.
Yeah.
That's gonna help.
If you want, can I go and grab my phone?
Real quick.
Yeah.
Talk to him. I went ahead and rated Miranda.
Good.
Be asking.
Yeah.
Talked to him. He admitted everything.
Yeah.
Having it, how he got it.
Well, I might just roll off consent then.
I rated him Pirtle.
Yeah.
Give full consent to go through his.
Yeah. Sorry.
His phone.
Awesome.
Did he give you the passcode?
Yep.
Oh, nice. Nice.
How many other devices do you have in the house? We're gonna do a walk through the house with him.
That's the only means of internet that he says he has.
Right.
So,
that's awesome.
But the Miranda and Pirtle's all done. So.
All right. Well, if you want, here in a minute, we'll get you in with an interview. We'll pull him into the truck. Because I need to go through his phone with him, make sure he doesn't have any self-destructing apps that'll just erase everything.
I don't think he's that smart, but yeah.
I don't think he's that smart. Yeah, give me 5 minutes. Let me get some more information from him. All right, so it's not Catchers, Illinois. What's the group again?
It's Poachers.
Okay,
Poachers, Illinois.
Because I want to also see this full.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we'll send it to you right away. So, since this is our last catch for today, my plan, and so the police up in the Woodburn, Indiana, they did not seize his phone, even though we did the vouch where I said, okay, so you've agreed to get rid of them and all that. They still didn't seize it. They said that it was leading. They just I don't know. It's ridiculous. It's the worst I've ever seen them react. That's why I was so happy that you guys come up like this.
Yeah, I got family rolling in the driveway. You don't have another car, do you?
No, sir.
It's gonna be family. I'll let them deal with them. I'll keep this locked.
There you go. So, I forgot where I'm pretty pumped right now.
I took a picture of your ID just so I don't lose it, but I'm gonna try and write it down anyways.
That's fine.
Because what'll happen is so much paperwork by the time this is over. I will lose everything I write down. Somewhere.
Right. Yeah, I understand. Personal information being said.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and do that. All right.
Just redact it as much as you can. Honestly, if it were up to redact me, because about half I do full-on UC meetup stuff with the feds. So right on. I know you probably can't redact it because it's probably live.
But, yeah.
But
the YouTube one, I can definitely redact it.
I appreciate you.
Absolutely. I'm gonna put my.
Hey everyone, this is Aeon, the editor. We had to cut out a decent amount of the content here in order to protect the identity of the detective at his request. That being said, if you want to see the live catches, behind the scenes stuff, full unedited catches, or just want to support Predator Poachers Illinois, make sure you join his locals, which is separate from the main locals. The link will be in the description. It's only $3 a month, so get it while it's cheap because this channel is only going to keep getting bigger. Now, back to the video.
They're not legally married, but it's his. She said they had a companion ceremony to give him back, but they can't actually stay married. She wants the ceremony. Yeah. He doesn't have a deal for it. I've got one. He lives by himself. They're only here 50 days. Yeah. Oh, just hang out for me right there, right? That's who she actually called her. So he thinks like
Hey guys, just hang tight. I've got the mic off because I'm having a private conversation with the officer and I'm wanting to protect him. Okay, so I'll be back here shortly, guys.
I've got a tell where I didn't tell the dog.
So they've got their cameras facing you, so I probably wait.
Yeah, the cameras are facing me, so I'm gonna hang on.
Okay, I'll let him know.
All right.
Do not get the guy over there, in the white truck. Do not get him on camera, okay? At all. Got it. I didn't. Okay, and I won't. Yeah, all right. Just make sure. Okay, cool.
The man outside though.
They're all okay. It's just that one. Do not.
Is your mic off?
No, I'm putting it back on now.
Because I don't have the headphones in, so we'll...
Yeah. I believe so. I would say so. I would say we can get ready to get arrested, but he's going to pull me in for an interview now. He did voluntarily give up his phone. Yeah, so. When this guy comes up here, just especially this one, the other one I can add him out, but I don't want him on either one. But this one, face it down. He's on the phone with the prosecutor right now.
No, that's where, yeah.
We'll see.
That's where it just kind of...
Yeah. But he is an RSO as well.
Yeah, lifetime.
Yeah. So, yeah.
what was like talking to him after they were like, getting him to admit other stuff?
Yeah. I know. He came back and told me, he's like, he just admitted to everything as he did with you. Yeah.
I'm going to put 2 cuffs on you, okay? Open your fingers. Huh?
So that kind of hurts a little.
Better? Is that too tight on you, or does that feel comfortable? Alright. Plenty of room there for you? Okay, I'm going to double lock them so they don't tighten up on you, okay? Back forward a little bit, okay? Put your butt on the seat, put your leg there.
If you want to support the Predator Poachers catching the sickest both near and far, go to the pinned comment. If you're on Rumble, press the red join button to see over 30 videos early and uncensored for only $10 a month. We can't do this without your help, so join our locals.